Hello Barbie lovers and beyond, and welcome back to my channel. This is Marina the 90s Barbie, and in this channel we do tons of amazing stuff related to Barbie, so don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss out. Now today's video is so special to me because, as you've probably guessed by the title, we're going to be exploring the story of how I got the rarest Barbie in my collection back. This beauty is a childhood doll, and it's not just the rarest doll in my collection. She is also one of the most important ones for many reasons, which we're going to be discussing later on in the video. So this beauty is called Barbie Star. She came out in the year of 2000 as a Greek exclusive for the Easter candle release of 2000. Now, I've talked about Easter candles here in Greece in my channel before as a tradition, and I would like to go further in a future video, so do let me know if that interests you. However, Easter candle is something we get every year here in Greece, and it's a tradition that toy companies have gotten a whiff of, and for many years have started adding dolls to it or other toys. So this girl was part of this. She is technically part of the Fashion Avenue line, but she is indeed called Barbie Star. This is what makes her so rare, the fact that she is a Greek exclusive. However, the reasons why I love her so much are very different, and at this point I do feel like mentioning that honestly the rarity of a doll isn't much of a factor to me in how much I love her. I don't really collect rare dolls or anything like that. My dolls are usually mostly wide releases, either vintage from the 90s and the 80s and the early 2000s, or new ones, and I'm really fine with that. I know that my collection isn't some like big or very rare or something like that, but it's really important to me and close to my heart, and so is this doll. First of all, look at her. She is so beautiful. So the story begins very early on. When I was very little, I saw the commercial for this doll and I fell in love. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the commercial to show you, and the thing is that for years I couldn't even find a picture of her, like a photo, anything. I remember that she was called Barbie Star here in Greece. I did not know she was an exclusive. I learned that later on. And I played with this doll so much. I've done a whole video about how good I've been to my dolls and in what great shape I've mostly managed to keep my childhood dolls.
This was not one of them.
I played so hard with this doll. I loved her so much, and she did not survive. In fact, for years, the only thing I had to hold on to this doll was this shoe. This is the only thing that survived from my childhood Barbie doll, and it's still really dear to my heart. So after that, I don't really remember what happened to my childhood Barbie Star doll. However, I know that even from when I was like a teenager, I was looking for her everywhere. This is like a 10 or 15 year lookout for her. I couldn't even find a picture. All that until J Roberts 2K posted her picture, and I went crazy. I was literally hyperventilating when Jay posted this photo, and I was like, oh my wow, finally, after so many years, I finally have at least a photo of her, Like, I could do maybe a Google search or anything like this, and yeah, I was really crazy about her, and this is how I learned about it, that she was a Greek exclusive. I just thought she was a regular release of the time that had just been put into the Barbie candle, but she was not. She was a Greek exclusive indeed. So I commented on the photo saying how thrilled I was to have finally found at least a photo of her. And Jay, actually, being the super kind person that he is, told me that he had seen another listing for her on Etsy. Now, the thing is, importing anything to Greece because of taxes and customs is a literal nightmare. So Jay actually offered to help me, to actually get the doll for me, speak to the seller, and send her here, like taking some crazy steps and jumping some humongous hoops just to get her here, because it would be much easier if another person was sending her to me rather than a company or a website that sells stuff. So Jay listened to everything we needed to do and actually took all the steps, which is crazy to me, and he was so kind. This wasn't like an easy process. He actually also negotiated a better price for her for me, because double shipping and everything would also naturally elevate her price. And after I think 1 or 2 months of talking, speaking, writing to each other every day, the doll finally arrived here to what is one of the happiest moments in my collector life. Now, what is really important to note here is that this whole story with Jay helping me get this fabulous doll back into my life is that this whole thing happened all the way back in 2021. So as you can imagine, things were even tougher. Jay literally had to follow my instructions on how to send her and jump all those hoops so that I wouldn't have to like pay crazy amounts once she reached the country. And that was so kind of him. Now, you may be wondering why it took me like 4 years to do this video. Well, after getting her, I just waited for this special moment to post her and do a video about her, because of course she is really special to me. She's one of the 2 most important dolls in my collection, and I just waited for the perfect moment, and then things happened. I took my YouTube break and I didn't have the chance to do this video and properly thank Jay and show her to all of you. But I think it's never too late, and here we are doing this video. I am so excited. So if you're watching, Jay, thank you sincerely so much, darling. Your help meant so much to me. Having this doll again, new in box, means so much to me. I'm really grateful. A nearly 15-year search came to an end because of you, so thank you so much. You are one of the kindest people I've met in our doll community, and I thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. This whole thing goes to show us how truly amazing our community is. I keep saying it, but really our community is the best. And I'm not just exaggerating. Most of the people I've met, some of whom I am very lucky to call my friends, have always helped me so much. No gatekeeping, no nothing. And it means the world. I love our community. Thank you again, Jay. And with the chance, thank all of you actually for always supporting me. This channel recently reached 3,000 subscribers, which to some may not sound like a lot, but actually to me it's like a huge deal, and I really want to thank all of you so much. So to continue the story, actually funny story, do you know this thing where after you're searching something for so long, never finding it anywhere? Like I said, I couldn't even find a picture for her, which by the way may have been an issue of miswriting her, because this is Greek letters. It spells Star, but many people were writing her as E-tap in English letters in ads. So this is why I couldn't probably find a picture of her, because I was searching Star in English. What I was saying, have you ever experienced this thing where you're searching something for so long, you cannot find it, and then once finally you do, you suddenly see it everywhere? Well, this is what happened to me, and I actually found this gal. Just look at her. I am feeling so lucky and so happy. Finding an unboxed version out in the wild is crazy to me. Like, I hadn't seen an ad for her even here in Greece. Like, she had to be sent for me from the US because I can find her in Greece. So finding her out in the wild here is insane. I had never even once seen an ad for her here, like a listing, someone selling her. And after Jay sent me this girl, a few months later, I actually found a listing for her. She is out of the box, of course. She doesn't have her accessories. She doesn't have her original shoes, but she is actually in a pretty good shape. Her hair had just become a little like roughed up from the years, but still in a pretty good shape. So truly, like, you have no idea how happy I am right now. Honestly, this is a dream. Moving forward with this video, I think what we should do is actually give this girl a quick makeover, restoration, just fix her hair basically and give her a good wash, and then come back here, do a full review of these beauties. I want to show you the packaging. I want to show you a closer look of her. And then I'd like to also touch up on why she is so important to me, other than like being a doll I was searching for years. But before we move on to this, I want to actually share with you the experience of opening her box when Jay sent her to me, of unboxing her. I kept the box Jay sent me intact all these years, for 4 years, because like I loved it, and I just want to share with you, I just want to give you the full unboxing experience of how thoughtful Jay was and sending her to me and me opening her up here. So we're gonna do that and then move on to her restoration makeover and review. So let me show you what actually happened when she arrived. So this is the box as I received it. United States Postal Service Priority Mail. And if we open it, we will reveal this super beautiful Barbie. Honestly, opening up this package was one of the most beautiful and meaningful things I've done in my whole like Barbie collector life. So this is why I just wanted to recreate that now and share it with you. Just look at her. But that is not all. Because you see, in this package, Jay, being the sweetheart that he is, also included some more goodies for me. And I want to show you. So, as you can see, Jay included 4 beautiful early 2000s Valentine cards and Barbie cards in general. And these are just so beautiful and precious to me. I mean, just look at them. You're absolutely enchanting. Yeah, that goes for you, Barbie. And you've got style, Valentine. I am living for all of these, and I'm just so thankful to Jay. Now, other than these beautiful cards, Jay also included a letter for me, and that is one of the sweetest things I've ever received, and I'm so thankful. And in 90s Barbie paper, no less. So the letter reads, "Hi Gorge, hope this doll brings back so many memories and brings you new ones. I'm glad she arrived safe with you. Lots of hugs and warm Barbie dreams. Your doll friend, Jay Roberts." So sweet, honestly. Thank you so much, Jay. Our community is the best ever. Jay, you are such a sweetheart. Thank you so much for all your help, and opening up this package, like I said, was one of the most beautiful and substantial things I've done in my collector timeline. So yeah, I'm really glad I was able to share that with all of you. And again, thank you, Jay. Oh well, that was amazing. Once again, thank you so much, Jay. What you did really means a lot, and I want you to know that I really truly appreciate it, as I do our whole beautiful community. So now that we've seen the whole beautiful unboxing experience, it's time we move on to her makeover, restoration, review, and a bit of a discussion. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. So we're ready to begin her makeover, and like I said, this is not going to be too much. We're just going to do a standard washing, conditioning, and combing. However, I noticed that she does have some tiny spots on her face, so I just want to make sure these are gone too. You probably can't see those on camera, but she does have a few very tiny black spots. And so before we move on to the washing, combing, conditioning, boil washing part, I'll be giving her the Benzoyle Peroxide treatment, also known as the acne cream treatment, with this cream. So this cream only has 50 milligrams, and I know that you normally need 10 for this treatment. However, here in Greece we don't have that, so I use this cream and I just leave it more and leave her in the sun. The treatment is basically the same thing I did for the Barbie house. So you just put on the cream, put some food wrap on it so it doesn't dry, and then you leave her in the sun. So if you have one that only has 50 milligrams of benzoyl peroxide like me, you're just gonna leave her for a little bit longer than you usually would. So let's start. So this worked like a charm. I mean, her spots weren't that bad, so it was fine. Everything just went away really easily. So now we're going to dip her in my antibacterial soap and fave shampoo mix, wash her body and hair real well, rinse her, condition her hair, comb it, and then of course finish up with a boil wash. This is meant to be a super quick makeover slash restoration because like I said, she is in a pretty good condition. I just wanted to go through all the steps so that you know what we're doing. Let's get started. So, a little update. While I was bathing her, I noticed these tiny black spots on her legs, and I hope you can see them through the camera. And because, like I said earlier, she did also have some on her face, I started getting worried for mold. If it is mold, which I'm not sure, and if you do have any additional info for me, or if you know if this is mold or not, please let me know. I don't want to risk it, and I don't want to change her body because she does have the shiny body that I love, and she's a very special doll to me. I will stop the process and give her a mold treatment by dunking her in vinegar. I have here some white vinegar. This is 6%, or I don't know how this is called. And from what I've seen, this stuff really works great on mold. So before moving further along with her makeover, I will be giving her this treatment. I will be dunking her into the white vinegar for at least an hour. This is what I've heard is the most effective. And just to be sure, I will be also dunking her dress, because I don't want any mold in there. This is one of my most special dolls, or even the possibility of mold. For extra safety, and because we saw that she did have, like I said, some spots on her face, I will be removing her head so that the vinegar can go all the way in. I've never tried this before, but I know it's one of the most effective treatments for mold. So I just want to be sure and safe. Just as a precaution, something I'd like to mention is that, of course, moldy dolls can be saved. We know that, and this is obviously like a very minuscule case, but just as a precaution, I want to mention that if you do have asthma or any respiratory conditions, or if you're dealing with a compromised immune system, be careful with moldy dolls, because I know that they can actually have like negative effects. So be very careful with that. And like I said, in her case, I think the damage is very minuscule, if any. So this is mostly precautionary. So let's move on ahead. Okay, so I have successfully finished her treatment. I believe successfully. And it's now actually nighttime, as you probably will have noticed because I'm filming with my ring light. And by the way, check out this new Barbie ring light I got. I mean, I love it. I now feel like an actual certified Barbie YouTuber. So I'm really happy about that. Now back to our doll. As you can see here, I mean, I hope you can see it, the little marks haven't completely vanished or anything. However, from what I know from this treatment, any active mold should be gone. And I believe that's the case. I'm not even sure she had mold to begin with. To be honest, I just wanted to be safe, like I said. But I'm glad I tried that treatment. Thankfully, any vinegar odor has disappeared, which is great. And any other odor, thankfully. She doesn't have like a potent smell or anything like that, which makes me feel like she doesn't have any mold. So yeah, she's really squeaky clean now, and I'm really happy about it. Even though she does have a few little marks, I will be keeping her separate from the rest of my collection, at least for a few months, just to be sure that none of this is like actual mold, it doesn't grow. But other than that, I think I'm really happy. I'm really happy that I did this and I tried this treatment. Now, I also went ahead and washed her little dress. And I have also conditioned her hair, although we'll be adding a bit more, which means it's finally time to move along with the conditioning, combing, boil washing this doll, and complete her makeover. Let's go! Okay everyone, and we're back. I really thought this restoration slash makeover would be much quicker. However, issues started popping up. Had to do something about it, so here we are. I'm actually really glad I got to do the mold treatment with the white vinegar, so that is a plus. I'm not really sure she did have mold, however now all the little spots from her face have certainly vanished. And also I know that the acne cream also helps with mold, the benzoyl peroxide. So in any case, now I'm 100% sure that she is mold free. She will stay separated from the rest of my collection for a little while, but I'm not worried. I am just so happy. No, actually, happy isn't the right word. I am ecstatic. Just freaking look at her. She looks amazing. She looks so beautiful. Honestly, once I saw her, like, I finished her makeover and saw the result, I got a little emotional. I'm not gonna lie, because like I said, she's a very important doll for me. So yeah, I did get a little emotional. I couldn't be happier and more excited. So without any further ado, let's get along with reviewing her. And I'm going to start with the box version and her packaging. Now, as you can see, this packaging is really beautiful. I mean, look at it. It's so simplistic, and I do believe that its beauty comes from its simplicity. So the packaging says Barbie Star in Greek letters. The color scheme is this beautiful blue, pink, lavender with a stripy pattern on the back and some very classic early 2000s flowers for the sides, as you can see here too. The other side is just stripy with, again, 2 flowers in pink. So simple and yet so beautiful. And now the back of the box. Wow. Okay, so we have Barbie Star Fashion Avenue with some exquisite dolls, which are, I'm guessing, from the same line or from the same Fashion Avenue line. And these are just so beautiful. Obviously, look at this packaging. You want to have them all. And I think that was the goal. Goal achieved, at least for me. I remember like staring at this when I was little and was like, oh my wow, I want all these dolls. Obviously, these fashions are so amazing and high quality that the girls are wearing. Here we have a beautiful brunette Teresa and 2 CEO Gigi mold Barbies, 1 blonde and 1 brunette. So yeah, the packaging is just so beautiful, so simple, and I'm obviously in love with the pastel color scheme. It's just so pretty. Obsessed. Now she has some accessories. It says 4 fantastic hair clips and 6 shiny hair jewels. As you can see, the hair jewels are here on the side and the flower clips are down at the bottom. These are so pretty and so early 2000s Barbie and so lovely. However, these types of like hair jewels I would not recommend using. Just like with jewel hair Barbie, everything that has this like scratchy surface, I do not recommend it. Although I am tempted to use it, I won't be doing that because they ruin Barbie's hair. They make it matted. Yeah, it's just not worth it. Overall, I am so in love with this packaging. It's just so simple and so beautiful and so Y2K Barbie. But one thing I want to mention that some people may not know is that actually this is not the full packaging of the doll. The doll actually came in a huge like extra box that had this box inside. It would actually take up the whole screen because it also had the Easter candle inside and some extra gifts, I believe. You know, these Easter candles used to be like such a huge deal, a huge box with so many things inside. So this is just like the doll's packaging, but there was an extra bigger packaging for the whole like Easter candle set. Another thing, like this font, it's so simple, it's so cute, it just reads Star and it's like the simplest, most plain font ever. But I think that actually, like I said, contributes to the cuteness and the nostalgia. So I love it. And after looking at this fabulous packaging, I believe it's time to move on with our doll. Now, literally, I know I say this all the time, but oh my freaking wow. She's a knockout. She's so pretty. She's so beautiful. And I'm just obsessed. So we're gonna start at the top and move our way down. So here's the close-up at her face. She obviously has the Gigi CEO face mold. It's just so pretty. Her makeup is really simple. She just has some blue eyeshadow and then some pink lipstick. I love this kind of simplicity for Barbie. She has the most lovely icy blue eyes and I feel like that's part of her charm. It's very classic Barbie, very quintessential Y2K Barbie. She also does have some light blushing and yeah, overall I'm just in love with her beautiful face. As for her jewelry, the only thing she's wearing is these super simple pink earrings. This was quite literally worn by almost every single early 2000s Barbie doll, so yeah, pretty cute but nothing too much. So moving down to her hair is like, oh wow, her hair is just so beautiful and silky smooth. First of all, let me just say how happy I am with how it turned out, as if she just came out of the box. Her hair is just so silky and so long and so smooth. It is a two-tone blonde, as you can see from some streaks that she has, and it's really pretty. It's a mix of like platinum and a much more golden, warmer blonde, so it's just really pretty and very, very long. As you can see, her hair almost reaches her knees, which I'm so appreciative about. I also love her side part, by the way. I think it's just so pretty. One thing I do want to note is that I'm actually not sure what fiber it is while working with it, and even though it came out so beautiful and so fantastic, I actually ended up like straightening it a bit because it did keep some wave even after like the ball wash. So I believe the hair reacted like Kanekalan hair, which was very commonly used around that era, so it could very much be Kanekalan. However, I'm not sure because I feel like her hair is a little bit thicker, which also makes me think Saran. I don't have a conclusion on that, but in any case, it's just really pretty and high quality, which we love. Now moving down to her beautiful, beautiful dress. This dress, again, like I said, it's so simple. This whole doll is just so simple, and this is actually kind of what I love about her. We usually love Barbie to be so extra, huge dresses and stuff like that, and be like very exaggerated in every single aspect, but I love this doll and this dress in their simplicity. So this is quite a simple dress. I love the mesh parts of it. I would call it like a sundress. It has this beautiful tulle skirt. I do love the mesh parts. It's obviously giving charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent, and we love it. It does have some slight glitter on the mesh and on her tulle skirt. And yeah, there isn't anything really much about it to say other than that it's just so beautiful. I love it. A simple pink dress for Barbie. We love to see it. I do want to say that even though it's very like frail-like because of the tulle and the mesh, it's such high quality. It has survived through the years so well. And if you see on the back, it does have a little button here. So the quality and attention to detail are there, and it's just so beautiful to see. I love simply styled dolls like this one very, very much. She doesn't have so much going on, but she's still so pretty. That said, she does wear a very cute pink ring matching with her earrings. Now, before we move on from the dress, what I want to say is that even though this doll is a Greek exclusive, this dress has also been widely available through a Fashion Avenue fashion pack. I don't remember the name now, but I will search it up and have it on the screen if I find it. So just know that if you do like the dress, you can actually find it more easily, even though this is like a Greek exclusive doll and kind of more on the rare side. Moving down to her shoes. We really need to talk about these because they are so pretty. As you can see, she wears a very simple shoe design, which was very common at the time. It's a Mary Jane-esque pump, not exactly Mary Jane. Obviously a very simple pink color, and these are not actually her original shoes. Like I mentioned earlier, this is just the only thing that survived from her, and I'm just so glad to have it, but unfortunately I could not find the exact same shade. The difference from the one I managed to find is that the new one is much lighter and doesn't have this pearlescent sheen the original one has, but they're very close in any case, and I'm really glad to have found these shoes. And I am also happy to have the original one. It's just something from my actual childhood doll. So yeah, shoes really simple, but a 10 out of 10, and we love them. Like I said in the beginning, this doll features the straight arm shiny body, which is actually my favorite body of all time for Barbie, for vintage Barbie. I love this body so much that I would have loved versions of this body with the diversity we have today, like a curvy and a petite one, but in this style of arms and this style of legs and mechanism, I just love it so much. I think it's so elegant, and yeah, I'm really happy that she has this body. And now I believe I've covered everything. This doll is just so pretty. Having her again is truly a gift, and I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be more excited. I couldn't be more grateful. I love her makeover that we did. Even though it had a few more steps than I anticipated, the result still came out amazing, and I'm just so obsessed and so happy. So let's go ahead and take a final closer look at her, and then we're gonna come back with my final thoughts and a bit of a discussion about the reasons why I love her so much and she's so important to me.
Yeah.
Wow, that was beautiful. Honestly, I don't feel like I can accurately express how happy I am to have this doll back into my life. So yeah, I'm gonna try to explain now why this is and why this doll means actually so much to me. So like I said, this doll came out in the year of 2000, like with the new millennium, and she was my first doll to feature the Gigi face mold. Now, even though I was really little back then, I do still remember Barbie's face changing. Even back then, I was a little skeptical in the beginning. However, I truly embraced this doll, and one of the biggest reasons is that even though my first dolls were 90s superstar Barbies, the period when I actually started having like memories with Barbie starts with this beautiful doll. Before that, I do still have my most important doll ever, my first Barbie. But still, this is the girl with whom I started having the most memories with, because before that, I mostly do have like images and feelings. I guess I was really little. So this is the doll with whom I started like being more aware of Barbie, and not in just in the way of, oh, it's a pretty pink doll, you know. I actually started getting Barbie's messaging, and although I know that each one of us has different experiences with Barbie, for me that was really important, because let me tell you something, when I was little, I did have some severe self-confidence and self-image issues. I was a little chubbier as a kid, which did result in, of course, teasing at school and all these things that come with, you know, basically life in school, I guess. So yeah, like things were kind of bad, like I didn't even want to be in photos for a period, and you know, Barbie was there for me, and it all starts with her. I know Barbie has been accused of perpetuating an unrealistic body image for many people, and I know that each person's experience is different, so I'm fully respectful of everyone's experiences, but for me, Barbie actually did the opposite. Barbie inspired me to embrace myself and love myself more, and I actually started again to wanting to be in photos when I got this doll, because I wanted to take a photo with her. Unfortunately, I don't remember where this photo is now. It's like in the attic or something, but if I find it, I will post it, trust that. And yeah, you know, growing up, Barbie stopped being like just a doll for me, and I actually started getting the messaging behind her. You can do anything. You can be anything. So I don't know, I guess that in my mind that kind of registered it as like, if I can be anything, why can't I be beautiful? If Barbie says I can be anything, why am I not beautiful? Why I can't be beautiful? And you know, it just changed. My confidence was much better, and I believe a huge part of this is thanks to Barbie. And it all started with this Barbie. Of course, family had a lot to do with this too, because in my house, like, you know, even though I was teased or whatever, even though I was, like I said, a little chubbier as a kid, the messaging I also got from my family was that I'm always beautiful, I'm always accepted, I'm always embraced. So this also played a huge role in me regaining my confidence and feeling so good. But Barbie's messaging also really did that for me. Like, I know people used to fixate on Barbie's body, but this was not me. I remember specifically like having a conversation with my mom, and the thing that like truly caught my attention on Barbie's body, because I don't think I was paying much attention to her body, it was more like the pink aesthetic, and the messaging, like I said, was, I don't know, that she does have a really long neck.
I was like, why is her neck so long?
Because actually the shiny body has a bit of a longer neck than the original TNT body. So yeah, that was the only thing that, you know, seemed out of the ordinary, which goes to show that maybe we shouldn't put such attention to her body. And yeah, I'm really grateful to Barbie always. I've said it before. It all started with this girl. My like more core memories start with her. So this is why she's so important to me, and this is why it's such a huge deal to have her back into my life. Again, if your experience with Barbie and like body image issues is different, I totally, completely respect and understand that. But I just wanted to share my experience, my personal experience that, you know, was true for me. I hope you liked this little story time. I actually wanted to share like a bit more about myself, and I feel like this was actually a great time to do it. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing this with me. And once again, I know I've probably said it like 100 times by now in this video, I know, But thank you so much, Jay Roberts 2K. Like, thank you, Jay. Having this doll back into my life, like I said, is a gift, and I couldn't be more grateful for your invaluable help and for our beautiful community as a whole. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you all loved learning about a new Barbie, if of course you didn't know about her. And yeah, I'm just really happy, and I'm really happy that I got to share this whole experience with all of you. So write to me down below in the comments, did you know this doll? Were you aware of her existence? And if you just learned about her now, do you like her? I really want to know and hear all your opinions. So if you want to see more photos of these beautiful gals and my Barbie life and shenanigans, please don't forget to follow me on my Instagram and on my Instagram right here. And of course, if you did enjoy this video, also don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know every time I upload a new one. Thank you all so much for watching. This was such a meaningful video for me, and sharing it with you was so important. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you liked it. And until next time, do all the things you love. Enjoy your dolls. Embrace precious memories of the past. Love yourself right now. And of course, keep a positive attitude because it really does change everything. Peace.